This is the Sunny Side Up podcast.
Join me in the sunshine.
Hey, it's Alan, and finally, Brandon is joining me, kinda.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, you there. I think I'm pointing the right way, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a little bit different here on Sunny Side Up. I will tell you that we'll probably end up continuing this here pretty soon. As this stuff is happening, my kind of general thing that at least I'm seeing is that kind of the attitude of the deal is that everybody's staying safe. And if we do take the precautions, we're able to do what we can do. And as is with anything in life, it'll pass, and it is passing, and it's already improving already. A lot of states starting to kind of lift restrictions. And so I'm promising you within the next probably couple of episodes, we'll be together again. So
when the virus quarantine lifts, are you going to shave some of that off your face?
I don't really know. Just depends, I guess.
When was the last time you had a haircut? Was it right before we got quarantined, or has it been a while?
No, it was before even that.
So
yeah.
I had one right before it, so my hair's not all that bad. I quit spiking my hair, decided to change the hairstyle right before the virus.
Yeah, well.
So now I look weird because I look different, but
no, you're fine. It's hair.
I look good. I look good. That's the question.
It's fine. Yes, you look
all right.
Just fine.
One serious question: where's Angel?
She's actually with family. She's actually spending time with some family today. That's where I just got back from. Here's the thing, with this restriction deal, I know that we have to follow measures and we have to do all those things. But don't give up on life either. That's my good, wise suggestion. But, you should take the precaution measures. You should do all that. But as we see as this, virus progresses and all that stuff throughout the world, my general view on it, and I haven't been on the show in a couple of weeks, is that I know it is what it is, but I think my general view of this whole deal is that I do think it was blown a little bit out of proportion in ways. I really do. I don't want to put my own...
Time's going to tell.
Yeah.
We'll know in a couple of months whether this was all...
Sure. Looking at the sheer numbers of the deals, there's a lot of people recovering from it, and that's why I believe that if you can spend time with your family that that it'd probably be okay, then do it, man. I don't know. So,
well, it's all good. And if this is honestly, Brandon, this is more of an inconvenience.
Sure.
If you think about it, the fact that we still live in the same town and we're communicating over the internet this way is fine with me. Do like the little drive-by front yard visit. That's okay. Social distancing.
Yeah. And, it's kind of crazy because, of course, you see here, I have a streaming setup that I was able to use for the podcast, which makes it super convenient, and easy to do. There's nothing, this isn't hard to get set up. We're using Zoom, as you can see, which seems like everybody is.
So everybody talks about the security of Zoom.
I don't know.
Thoughts as we speak, or what's that all about?
Probably, but isn't everything?
I don't know. Well, that's true.
I would say that if you're using Zoom as a student, or kind of like what we're doing right now, I don't say stay signed in to the deal. Once we're done here, I sign out of Zoom. And probably when we're done with, having to do this, whether it be a couple episodes, 3 or 4, I'll uninstall it straight up. So, but
and there's other platforms too out there, but just with everything going on, including the rebate, the gift from the federal government monetarily, just be careful on everything because there's tons of scams out there right now.
Yeah. So. Absolutely, for sure. Kind of play it safe like you would even if life was still going on, which it's still going on, it's still life. We just take the measures we need to take temporarily and we'll be back in business. I really think that this isn't going to last that much longer.
So everything okay over there in Brandonville?
Yeah, everything's good. We're just hanging out. My work changed schedules a little bit, so I have a few more days off than I'm used to. Still working though, which is great. Other than that, I'm sitting right here in this chair that you see.
Yep.
Angel's stuff is back there. She's even got herself a good
Mm-hmm.
setup with a dual monitor, keyboard, all that stuff. So she's doing her thing too. And I don't know. I really am okay with sort of the days off. It's throwing me off a little bit. I enjoy my Monday through Fridays though. So
I feel like I should be looking at you like this. I keep looking at the camera, but I feel like I should look at you over there like that, maybe.
no,
But now
we're
I'm
good. No,
now I'm looking
that's.
at the wall. That's just weird.
I think people know that we're not in the same room, so you don't gotta fake it.
Trying to do the theatrical look.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't have the video, we're on the podcast platform all over the place with Sunny Side Up Podcast.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's been forever since we've done the show, even though I've produced some shows from the backyard and such out of the studio.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're good over here. You're good.
Yeah,
Everybody I
everything's
know
great.
is doing okay, just inconvenienced and tired of this stuff.
Yeah, and I feel the same way that it's just.
Yeah.
We were talking about this with family just before I left, about how eventually what it's going to boil down to, people are going to be people, and we're going to get back to normal,
Sure.
virus or not. And I feel like sometimes and I don't want to be the guy that I don't want to be disagreeing on things, but there is a point that we have to realize, people die, okay,
Sure.
people live. Viruses are going to come, they're going to go, but I don't think it should stop all of humanity.
I had a friend post something on his Facebook, and it was the 3 levels of the virus. And the first level was panic, toilet paper hoarding, supplies hoarding. The second, and he's dead on with this, the second level was the irritation and the anger and being put out by it. And now I think we're entering the third phase, which is the compassion phase, going, you know what? I really do miss those people.
Yeah.
And the ones that I don't miss, life goes on.
Yeah.
But I miss hanging out with you guys doing Sunny Side Up and just hanging out, going out to eat, doing the things. And the people that we have that are on Facebook that are friends electronically, but they're actually friends. Now all of a sudden I feel like I want to get in the car and go see them.
Sure. Yeah.
Even certain people that live in California that know us very well. I just want to get in the car and go what is it, like 35,000 hours that direction?
35,000 hours?
That's a long ways.
Are you serious? 35,000 hours?
To get to California from Oklahoma, I think it's about, what is it, like 24 hours?
That would make more sense to me.
Maybe 30. I don't know. I've never driven it. I should look it up while we speak.
Sure, do it.
But all right, I will. I'll look it up.
But I don't. Yeah.
Go ahead talking while I look it up.
No, I don't think that. I really agree on the whole thing of it's making us realize how much we miss each other. Completely, and it's just one of those things right now that we will absolutely get through. I urge everybody to kind of stay off of the news.
Sure.
I mean, I really do. Here's the thing. There's been a lot of, blatantly, straight up lies on there.
Yeah.
Depending on the news sources, doesn't matter. All of them. You have to, at a time like this, make your own conscious decisions about what's going on and realize that this really isn't the end of the world. But it is what it is. And I just realized, we are super good because check this out.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. What do you got?
We're fine. We're okay. We got this in the bag.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, I don't know. There's, to me,
on Sunny Side Up, we should give away toilet paper.
I mean, honestly, if you're
that should be the prize for our show.
Here's the legitimate thing I have to say about it. If you're actually struggling in any way, and if you need toilet paper, and you're watching this right now or listening to this, please contact us.
You realize we're global, dude.
I understand.
There's so much toilet paper in the world.
I know. I've only got so many rolls, but
aren't we past the toilet paper problem now? The latest
I think we are.
The president of Walmart says that the big phase now is hair color.
Really?
Everybody is
Angel
rushed
just did that.
Seriously, hair color and what's the other thing? But it's personal products to try to make yourself look better.
Um,
Like we're starting to get our hair starting to get gray or getting long, and
y-
people are trying to do it themselves. And yeah,
there's a lot of those going on right now. I have a feeling, but
yeah,
I don't
I'm like,
know.
whatever. It's an
Yeah,
excuse for us guys. It's been an excuse to not take care of myself, honestly.
yeah. You
You
think
know,
so? I don't know. I want to take care of myself. I don't know about you, but I
well, I
just
don't mean. I'm just talking about like when I get out of bed, rather than worried about what people are going to see what I look like. Now I just get out of bed and start my work, and sometime around 8 or 9 in the morning, I go, "Oh gosh, I should probably comb my hair now."
that's
That kind of
terrible.
stuff.
No, I'm
So
kidding. It's not that terrible because I'm the guy that wore like the same sweatpants 3 days in a row, sort of guy.
exactly.
So yeah,
That's what I'm stuff. I'm not talking about really gross social hygiene or that, but yeah,
yeah,
it's fun.
totally.
Have you seen? We're talking about the third phase of the virus being the compassion thing. Have you seen some of the cool stuff that's going on?
Some
I
of it.
even I told you to start looking for good stories out there, and there are several websites.
Hmm.
Somebody just drove by my window, creeping on me. Um, there there are a bunch of websites that have good news, but
Yes.
there's a story about a lady in Aldi's who was waiting in line. Um, and she's behind this old man who's trying to check out, and the line gets bigger and bigger, and another cashier comes up, opens up another line, so the line splinters off, and she's watching the old man that's taking up the time at the cashier, and she realizes he's trying to use a Walmart gift card at
Hmm.
Aldi's. Well, obviously the Aldi's employee can't accept the gift card,
Yeah.
so she finishes her checkout, walks over to the other line. He's been there for like 10 minutes.
Hmm.
And she walks over. She goes, "How much do we owe you? Let me take care of it." She paid. It was like $5.
Yeah.
She pays for it. On the way to the car, the old man is in an electric wheelchair. He's confused. He tells her, "I'm lost. I'm not even sure what store I'm at."
Oh,
So she follows him to the car, and there's another person there waiting to pick him up. So at least he's not. He just got confused,
right.
wasn't sure what store he was in, and it's a scary time. And this lady just kind of put her arm around him, not physically, but you know, socially distanced, put her arm around him and took care of him, got him back to the car, and she said the true reward was for her, that
Yeah.
that just by helping out somebody, she felt way better about things.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I
I
see
just
that everywhere.
yeah. I don't know. You know, still working, be able to see people. I'm not very in close contact. Of course, I go to these truck shops and drop off the parts, usually pretty far away from them, anyways, as
Yeah.
is. Um, I think a lot of people, they're still living life and not letting them get it down, get them down. And
Yep.
it's interesting to kind of see that. And I think there will be some that maybe struggle when all the restrictions are released. But I think the others that aren't afraid of it will redeem that really quickly. Because I
Yeah.
keep saying how are we ever going to keep this going and all that stuff. Well, my sheer belief is that we will be able to do it for the simple fact that the people that are continuing to do the things that are ready for this restriction to be released and they'll keep continuing on. I have
Mhm.
true firm belief that'll overcome and overpower the ones that maybe don't are having a hard time with it. So
Yeah. I think it'll be okay in the end of the
oh,
day.
absolutely, and I don't see this lasting for more a couple months. So
Now you're traveling around quite a bit. I've been at home most of the time except for a trip to the grocery store
mm-hmm.
here and there, because my boss on my other job, my radio job, as you know, told me, because I'm a morning guy in radio, he's like, "I want you to stay safe and healthy. So now I want you to stay home." And we're technically in, this is weird. I'm in my home studio. This isn't the Sunny Side Up studio. I had to borrow the banner from the Sunny Side Up studio to put behind me.
Yeah.
I'm in my makeshift radio studio, which is actually your bedroom from when you lived here.
Yep. Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, it is what it is.
What's the weirdest thing you've encountered so far as you're traveling? Weird, maybe are people, of course, you traveling in a trucking industry, and trucking industry people are pretty tough, but
yeah,
uh,
I kind of probably the most interesting thing that I see while I'm out and about doing those things.
Mhm.
Man, a lot of people in the trucking business are looking at this deal going, bring it on. I mean, honestly.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. I have my own opinion on the thing. I mean, I really do. I have somebody very close to me, as we know, Destiny,
Right.
that absolutely cannot get these kind of sicknesses as is, whether it be coronavirus or not.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and
There
that's
are
the way I see it.
And there are people that are weak,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
are physically weak,
And look,
that are very susceptible to it. And we really, really, really care as we do this show. We do it to have fun, but we also understand. So,
and that's my take on it is those people that know they can't get sick are taking their responsibilities, right? For the most part.
Right.
Again, I reiterate, sometimes I feel like I have to go back and maybe explain the whole life and death thing. People will live, people will die.
Nobody gets out of here alive.
Right.
We know.
Look, humanity is at 100% mortality rate at the end of the day. 100%. We're all going to die in the end. And not to be doom and gloom sounding here on Sunny Side Up, but if that is the one thing that keeps you going through this, that if there's a fear of getting sick and dying, you know, don't let that fear also just control everything that you're doing. There is a major plan in the end if you believe what you believe. And so I don't think that this is again, my view on it whenever I'm out and about and I see people sometimes panicking, it's not the answer. It never will be the answer. I promise you there are health officials diligently working to find a solution to this. And you can see that restrictions are being lifted. If you watch, I know that I say stay away from the news, but if there's any sort of stuff that pops up on your social media or anything, we've learned that the hospitals here in the U.S., some of them that were thought to be over encumbered with just a bunch of people, they aren't. They are not.
Over-encumbered, that's a huge word for you, dude.
They're not. They're not being overwhelmed with these people. That it was just kind of a news story that was trying to get a hit and grab, you know, look at this news article thing, you know, you should read this and it has an edgy title. I urge you to stay away from those things and do the actual research and learn that those hospitals that were thought to be overwhelmed didn't even allow people to come in there to do any investigating in the first place. So how would anybody know?
So there's some weird journalism going on out there.
And so that's what I'm saying.
Speaking of weird journalism, I think we mentioned this during the last time you and I were on Sunny Side Up together. I think it's been like 3 episodes ago.
Something like that.
We mentioned the Tiger King thing. Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah.
And I said I was going to go try to find some evidence that you and I both know Joe Exotic, or we knew. Let me preface this. We knew Joe Exotic years ago.
Yes.
And I came up with the proof. And I don't know if this will work on my phone.
You can do it.
Can I do it?
You should be able to. Okay, put your hand behind the phone like this. Like do something like that. Like to.
I don't know. It's probably not going to work.
Yeah, it's kind of working. It's kind of working.
It's
sort of working. Anyways, you can see that there's a tiger there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me right there. That's my foot.
Yeah.
And
there
in
it is.
It's
focused.
There's the tiger. And in the reflection right here, right there, you can see Joe Exotic in the reflection.
Yeah.
He's right there. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Oops. Got it. I'm having Joe, if you're watching, don't get mad at me. Those are his legs in the reflection. See him? See those
funny.
legs right there? Yeah.
I remember that guy. I remember the dude that's...
Yeah, I'm not sure who he was. He was one of Joe's assistants. There it is. That's a better way. Zoomed in.
I remember that.
And those were back in... A lot of people have really, really, really made fun of the whole thing. And it's... I don't like the Tiger King thing.
Me neither.
The girl scares me. Yeah. They all kind of scare me now because they're... I just remember a happier Joe. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic that we knew was happier at that point. That's been several years.
I'm
not going to make fun of anybody.
No,
I just feel sad about it.
I remember when I was a kid that he was always funny and
you were
really welcoming.
You were like in grade school when those tigers came. That's actually a photo of the radio station we were still working at. So
anyway, I do remember him though.
To prove it that we know Joe or knew Joe.
Right.
So changing the subject, Brandon, Legos.
Okay.
What's your favorite Lego? You didn't do a whole lot of Lego building.
You know,
your favorite Lego memory.
I didn't do a lot of the building, I guess, but I did, dive into Legos. I have a whole tub of them there, I think,
Sure.
at the
Yeah,
house.
they're
Yeah.
they're in they're in that closet right there.
Yeah.
I cover the closet door.
Yeah.
Um,
I think they're in the, I don't
guess
know where they're at.
guess what the Lego Corporation's building right now?
What's that?
Face masks.
Face masks.
Face masks. According to their Instagram account, published by Lego this week, the company's Billund-based factory in Denmark. Yeah, you thought they were a U.S. company, didn't you? They've reworked some of their machinery to make more than 13,000 plastic masks a day,
Yeah.
reportedly distributed to hospitals and medical facilities across the country. The mask that goes over the medical
Yeah.
therapy. Isn't that cool?
Okay, so that's neat. And I see a lot of companies doing that. And
Mhm.
I have to kind of give a shout out. They're not a sponsor of the show. I mean, I could probably, that'd be cool if they would be, but a sponsor of mine,
Lego?
do what?
Lego?
No,
Who?
no.
Oh.
One of my motocross sponsors, actually,
Mhm.
100% Moto. They're
Oh,
a
yeah.
goggle company.
Right.
What they've been doing, it's really neat. They've been encouraging all these riders that have old goggles to clean them off, send them in, and they've been making a whole line of other goggles to send out to medical field workers, and
I
they've
wondered
sent a
about that.
ton. They've sent
That's
a ton. So
Yeah.
I don't have an exact number, but they've showed multiple hospitals wearing 100% goggles, and it's so cool that
That is cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that they're able to help. And I probably can find it, but it's really, really a neat deal that you have a lot of people gathering, and especially when it's hitting home. As far as I mean, I've known these guys. I got a really good connection that introduced me to somebody at the company and ended up landing a sponsorship with them. And even before this happened, they've been nothing but amazing to everybody, and including this. Yeah, this is goggles for docs. See that? And so
Very, very cool goggles for
they're
docs.
sending it out. They said that we began donating PPE goggles and performance eyewear in early March, reaching over 2,000 healthcare and first responder heroes on the front line fighting the virus. So they're not only the only ones doing it; they're joining in with other brands, and it's just called Goggles for Docs. There's literally a whole bunch of like. Let me see if I can find one here for you. Like here, this is a snowmobile one. But
See, that's
yeah,
cool.
I
That
think
makes
it's
total sense.
yeah. I think it's a really neat deal that you have a whole bunch of these people getting goggles. Yeah, there's motocross goggles right there. I think that's a firefighter cleaning
Gotcha.
off the goggles. There's a 100% one there even.
You know what
mean,
I think is also cool?
Hmm.
Something else that's happening, and Sunny Side Up has always been about lifting up spirits and having good news and nothing but positive news. What John Krasinski, is that his name? Is it
Yeah.
Krasinski?
Yes.
Have you seen what he's been doing on his video
Kind of.
channel? Daily good news.
Yeah.
He just sits down and shares the same kind of stories that we've been doing all along.
Yeah.
So John, if you're watching, stop stealing my ideas. No, actually, I'd like to team up, but would love to interview John and see what why he decided to do that, because that's been at the heart of the Sunny Side Up show the entire time.
Yeah.
Is looking at the glass half full. It is going to be okay.
It is.
Scary times we live in. Granted, it was really.
I want to show you something. I need to show you something
But
before.
we're going to make it. We're going to make it.
Yeah.
We just got to keep doing what we do to keep each other healthy. And there's a political debate now on the whole thing, and I know that. But
I want
forget
to
about
show you
that.
something.
Let's wash our hands more often.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and show me what.
So this is kind of what I've been looking at throughout, kind of as we progress through this virus, right? And by no means, look, I'm not a health professional. Neither are you. And so that is what it is. Just take this with what it is. So there's a website. There's a lot of websites that have kind of like a figurative number that it's showing what's going on currently.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've surpassed 2 million. Okay, but here's something that, and this is just legitimate. So you see what I'm looking at here. Okay, so when you see the active cases,
508,623.
so look at the active cases. If I can get it to focus in again, the active cases. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if you're able to see it. Okay, so currently infected 1,427,000. Okay,
Is this global?
yeah,
Globally?
yes, globally.
Okay.
Okay, so out of those, 1,376,000 are in mild condition. That's
Right.
right. Serious or
Right.
critical, 51,000. So think about that number. That is a 96% to 4% mild and critical. Again,
Mhm.
this 51,000 that are in critical condition, we pray for them. We hope that they get better.
Mhm.
But you have to look at the good side of this. It's over 1 million now. We're close to 1.5 million people that are not in serious condition from this
Right.
virus. That is
Yeah.
way more than half of the people currently infected. Like, that's more than 3/4 of the people infected
Mhm.
that are in mild condition, that are said to be able to be recovered from this. So look at
Yeah.
it that way, and that's what I do. That's just a hint from me. Again, I am not a health professional, even though there might be underlying things that go along with this. But if we're talking life to death ratio, that's
Mhm.
very good as we sit right now. And there's a lot of open cases. And if you strictly look at the death toll,
Sure.
I encourage you not to look at the death toll as a ticker, as a countdown, as it's saying,
I
well, let's look at
I
the
saw
score today. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
I
So,
saw a new term, and it's doom. Is it doomology? I can't, something like
I've
that.
seen
Like
that.
the study of doomology.
Yeah,
Come on.
you can't do it.
I need to turn the camera around and show you what I can see out the window. It's
Yeah.
sunny here in
Well, like,
Oklahoma.
look,
Birds are
I don't know if it's
chirping.
gonna focus in.
It's
It's sunny here. Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're in the same town,
it's
but
beautiful outside. I
yeah.
mean, there's a lot to be thankful for at a time like this. So,
Even if you, I guess if you live in an apartment building in New York City and it's in a huge area where you can't get out, I understand that. Or maybe you're sequestered on a cruise ship, I get that. But man, go outside if you can. Just
yeah,
go outside on the front porch, the back porch.
it'll lift your spirits even just
Most of
that
the
much
United,
more.
yeah, most everybody has an area where they can go out in their backyard or a back porch or something. Just get some sunshine. And if it's
Yeah.
raining or snowing where you are, it won't be forever. I
Yeah.
promise.
So,
Speaking of the other side of the world, which I wasn't, but this is a cool story and I don't want to forget to read it before we go. In England, over on the other side of the pond, Tom Moore, English World War II veteran, former civil engineer, decided to do something about helping out the local medical profession just there in his hometown in Bedfordshire, England, as a way of saying thanks for helping him beat skin cancer and his hip replacement surgery. He got a local sponsor, started walking laps around his backyard, 160 feet laps back and forth in his backyard. Started that on Monday. Okay.
yeah.
So this week of Sunny Side Up, he started. His initial goal was to raise just over $1,200. It's 1,000 English pounds. It's around $1,200 by his birthday at the end of this month. But as these kind of stories do, he became a viral story. Instagram, his GoFundMe account got copied and pasted and shared a million to billion times.
It's awesome.
And since Monday, this was, and as we record this is 3 days ago. All
Yeah.
right. $3.3 million
Nice.
has been raised
Nice.
with his GoFundMe page. The GoFundMe page is Just Giving, is his GoFundMe page, and people have just blown it up because he's just this old gentleman, Englishman, World War II veteran,
Yeah.
who's been walking laps in his backyard to raise money for the local hospital heroes where he lives. Now, that $3.3 million is going to be used for multiple accounts in his GoFundMe page, which is really cool.
It's
And
cool.
I mentioned this World War II veteran, right?
Yeah.
He's getting ready to have his birthday.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to be 99 years old.
Wow.
And he's walking laps in his backyard.
That's pretty cool.
Probably not right now, because I think right now it's nighttime in England, but
Sure.
probably past his bedtime. Isn't that cool, though?
Yeah. Awesome.
I just decides
it.
to do something good for the local hospital people, and it
Yeah.
goes fine. That's
cool.
what I want.
Yeah.
I want that to happen worldwide.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well,
Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else in your head there?
I
with
think
Sunny
we're good.
Side Up? Okay.
I think we're good. So
Don't forget, you can follow us. Also, we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook. I'd like to see Facebook and Instagram blown up more by our friends. We've been our podcast's been doing well, but our Facebook, come on, people, start sharing.
Yeah.
Email. What Brandon? You're the guru. You tell me best way to get a hold of us.
So I don't know if I'm a guru at this, but Sunny Side Up Podcast at storiesandscoopsmedia.com. You can email us there, which a lot of people prefer to do social media. So if you're on social media, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Check it out. Sunny Side Up. It is going to be the Sunny logo with Sunny Side Up in the middle of the Sunny logo.
That one right there.
Yep. So that is the way to do it. Contact us. And
we've got Facebook Messenger on that account too.
Yeah, by all means.
So you can message us.
Let us know. So
yeah.
Until next week.
I know it's been weird.
Yeah.
I know that every podcast everywhere has been lax and fill in the blanks and trying to struggle. The neat thing about Sunny Side Up, every show we do, we completely start with nothing and end with just some smiles.
Yeah.
So it's easy for us to keep right on rolling with Sunny Side Up now that we've got some more technology. And thank you, Brandon, for giving me a new computer.
Got you.
You rebuilt a computer, so now I've actually got the capability here at this house to do what you've been doing at that house.
Yeah.
So now we can
the
do
nerd guru.
How come my hand doesn't go over there on your screen when I reach over? I should be able to reach over and pat you on the back of the head.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll take you're a nerd.
You got to watch our YouTube video. This is the very first split screen YouTube video we've ever done.
I also need to get Buzz Lightyear over here. I got him on my stand too.
Yeah, you do. You got to get. I need to get
right here or something.
I need to get. Hang on here. Need to start.
This is my streaming thing. I haven't. I was gonna try to turn it on, but I just couldn't get it to do its thing. But
to do the split screen while you were doing that.
Well, no, it's an LED icon thing, but yeah. Anyways.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat. I guess.
I don't have any fancy stuff in here.
Yeah, it's goofy, but I like the streaming aspect of it. I got a whole computer set up behind me ready to stream, so
it's going to be great.
Yeah.
The one thing the virus has actually done is it's caused all of us in the entertainment industry to reach back in our back pockets and pull out some technology that we didn't realize we could do. And you're going to see a whole lot more of us on a very much more personal note. I see a lot of celebrities with their dogs and like spouses doing laundry in the background and stuff like that. The world's getting really small right now, which is not a bad thing, I think.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. See ya.
All right.